To go. Bob Mortale, Fox News.
A new study shows that a drug used to help control blood sugar in people with diabetes also can prevent or slow kidney disease. The study tested the drug in Vicana. This is Fox News.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invite you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. If you need windows, call the exterior experts.
Call Crumweedy.
Mark Olson and Greg Olson of Crumweedy. Well, they run a third-generation family business that's been doing Chicagoland exteriors now since 1953. And for them, it's all about trust, and they truly share your values. Why windows from Crumweedy? Now, Crumweedy windows are not offered anywhere else in Chicagoland. They are exclusive, and that's why they can offer a lifetime material and labor installation guarantee. A lifetime. That's a great investment for your home. Windows from Crumweedy are Energy Star rated, unlike most other windows. Also, the vinyl windows are 100% virgin vinyl. You're getting quality windows with a lifetime material and labor installation. Now, if your windows are needy,
call Crumweedy.
630-595-8020. The name is not easy to spell. Just remember this. WindowsAreNeedy.com. WindowsAreNeedy.com.
Hey, it's Joe Walsh. Before you buy a new expensive mattress, I urge you to consider the MyPillow mattress topper. It's a lot less expensive and will totally revitalize your mattress. I have one, and frankly, I don't know if I love MyPillow or the MyPillow mattress topper more. It's that good, and you'll get the best sleep of your life. Order now and get 30% off plus 2 free standard MyPillows. This exclusive 3-layer design includes MyPillow foam for support, transitional foam to help relieve pressure points, and an extra soft patented temperature regulating cover. That's washable and dryable. Plus, Mike Lindell's 60-day money-back guarantee. You'll get the total body support you need, sleep better, and save a lot of money. Save 30% on your MyPillow mattress topper when you use the promo code JOE. Plus, you'll receive 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free. So visit MyPillow.com or call 800-489-0201. That's 800-489-0201, promo code JOE.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Tonight, David and Gretchen will be talking about liberal hypocrisy in the form of Kamala Harris. Find out what happens when a church goes head-to-head with the New York Zoning Board. Will Illinois residents soon be footing the bill for gender reassignment surgery? All that and more on tonight's On Target Radio. So give us a call at 312-642-5600 or go to our Facebook page, On Target Radio, and ask a question there. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube, On Target Radio, where you can watch the show in real time and then go back and view the archived version.
Kamala Harris, when you talk about duplicity, she is now rising to the top. AOC has risen to the top of the level of stupidity. Kamala Harris is duplicity. Here's a woman who has campaigned religiously. When she was from California, she was Attorney General, as I recall, wasn't it?
That sounds right.
I think she was
yes.
Attorney General. She constantly berated and challenged and said, gun control, gun control, gun control. It's all we ever heard. Well, turns out, guess what? She owns a gun. And why does she own a gun? Well, personal protection, of course. Well, duh. Okay. And she says there's nothing inherently wrong with the Second Amendment as versus gun control. Okay.
You would think that a lawyer would understand what the Second Amendment means.
You would think that if you think, but apparently some famous male in California, for the life of me, I've tried to remember this and I can't. Not long ago, a couple of years or so ago, said, we just keep sending crazy women to Congress. I mean, I forget who it was. It was somebody really well known, but it's true. I mean, just look at the California contingent that goes to Congress. They're all a bunch of nutballs. I don't know.
Well, that and how many times have these gun control advocates been found to have guns?
Well, there's that. Yeah,
it's quite a number of times. Who was the one that was recently? I think in Chicago, he ended up having a whole bunch of guns. He was indicted. I forgot what his name was.
Oh,
Burke. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ed Burke. Yeah.
There's another one
who was also an anti-gun person.
Yeah, but he had tons of guns.
Well, see, it's okay for them, and they'll look at like Kamala Harris. She just goes for safety. Okay, I get that. Now we have common ground. What about my safety?
Yours doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, this is what she says, which doesn't make it any better. She says, you're either in favor of the Second Amendment or you want to take everyone's guns away. It's a false choice that is born out of a lack of courage from leaders who must recognize and agree that there are some practical solutions to what is a clear problem in our country.
Yeah. So here's the interesting thing about this is, so she professes that it's for personal protection, which is fine. I get that. I don't have a problem with that. But then it says her weapon is a handgun that she purchased years ago and keeps locked up. So clearly,
well,
this
the
woman
interesting
has no
thing
clue.
is, it's not her that said she keeps it locked up. It was one of her aides that said it.
That's true on CNN.
So she sent her water boy to go tell CNN that she keeps it locked up. Well, I personally don't believe it.
I personally think it's hysterical that she would tell the entire world that she has a gun, but she can't access it. I mean, basically that's saying, you know what, my house is available to be robbed if you'd like to do it. Do you tell people my gun is locked up? You can just come in anytime you want and take over?
For the record, I have guns that are not locked up. At least when I am with them.
How many people in this control room have guns that are not locked up and available to be used? Yes, it is. It's. I'm just telling you right now, right here. If you want to break into my house, bring a lot of ammo. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Mine too. I've thought about flying a Texas flag over my house.
Exactly.
In all actuality, in fact.
It's.
I actually own one of those Gonzalez flags.
Oh, Gonzalez flag. Right. Yeah.
Come and take it.
Yeah. Now apparently there are this is really, I mean, this is truly weird. Okay. There are now 5 Democratic candidates across the United States. There's 5 candidates who are saying, well, I own a gun. I'm anti-gun. For president. Yeah. They're saying they're anti-gun, but I have one. So they're obviously trying to pander to the Second Amendment crowd, which that's not going to work. I mean, it's not going to work.
It.
No. But they're, let's see, you got Mayor Pete Buttigieg, I guess. South Bend, Indiana mayor.
I think it's Buttigieg.
Buttigieg? Great.
Yeah.
Texas, Beto, isn't it?
Beto.
Beto? Yeah, Beto O'Rourke. Which really surprised me because he's very outspoken. And we know John Hickenlooper. That's another one that surprised me. I don't know if you remember this, but some years ago he was governor in Colorado
right?
and really, really, really ticked people off because he passed a bunch of gun control stuff and they practically stormed the Capitol. They so reacted.
Yeah,
so
that is why he is
it.
the former governor.
He's the and in fact, they did. They voted him out like, that's it, you're done.
They're like, well, that's the end of that one.
And then there's Tim Ryan, who's a representative from Ohio, and former Maryland Representative John Delaney. And although some said they don't use them. Hi, I have a gun. It's, I don't actually use it.
I have a gun I never use.
Yeah, that's great. It's locked up. It's here's my address.
I have a couple I've never used as well, but I use the other ones too. So
Well, I like your.
They need to take turns.
I've used all my guns at least once.
Yeah, but not on people. Let's be clarify.
Well,
yeah. Some of them on people.
Paper people.
Yeah, paper people.
I have two that need to have their time at the range.
It's, yeah, it is. It's the Democrats are just like loose cannons. I mean, they're just firing shots, hoping something will stick somewhere. They'll hit something, you know. I mean, I've never seen anybody with such a lack of moral conviction. They just will say anything that they think will get them votes. It's unbelievable. AOC with a stupid phony accent the other day or last week or whatever.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So we talked a little bit. So I mentioned the word code switching, or the phrase code switching, last week, and apparently that's what that is.
Is that what they call it?
Switching the accent or the dialect.
Hillary did that
for current the audience that you're in front of right now.
Interesting.
So I learned something.
That's good.
It's always good.
You learn something not to do.
Well, I learned something not to do, and I learned something totally irrelevant to anything,
which is
at all.
Pretty much.
Well, it's kind of the whole other party, so
yeah,
it kind of works out.
But it is. They just pander. They really do. And then the other thing I find interesting, and apparently they got big cojones. They really do, because all the Democrats are hanging their hat on gun control. This is like the issue.
Oh yeah.
And
well, I think it's been for a while. I mean, they've pretty much told their people, like, if you don't believe in gun control, you don't get to be.
You're in the wrong platform. Go
right.
away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't get to be in the party.
Which is the interesting thing about the Democratic Party. They literally will eject you from the party if you don't subscribe to every single issue. I mean, just think about our Republican committee meetings and stuff. We got people who have sometimes pretty significant differences of opinion on stuff. But, let's have another beer and we'll be fine. but the Democrats, if you just one of the planks, you're out. They'll
right. Remember when I think it was they wanted to take out something about recognizing God or something. There was something they wanted to take out of the platform, and they were like booing each other.
Yeah.
Like the people who didn't want to change it were getting booed at the convention.
Well, the Planned Parenthood people are psycho.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're way over the top.
They're militant.
Yeah, they really are.
They're militant.
They're way over the top. So then we got Swalwell, and who's made gun control as just a central issue of his campaign, is very proud to say that he does not own a gun. He's very happy, very proud to say that. Well, now everybody's going, well, I have a gun. So what does he do? He goes, I went to a shooting range. Great. That's a pro-gun thing, yeah.
Sure.
Good.
Great.
What scares me is that people vote for them. I mean, I don't get that. It's like in Will County, the issue that you're having with and you know what? It isn't even saying we want to be a sanctuary county. It's just, what's the word you're using? It's
Second Amendment.
Referendum? No, not a referendum. I forget.
No, it's.
Was it a resolution in favor of the Second Amendment?
Yeah,
it's a resolution.
That's
and that's all
they called it.
That's
I like the one that we talked about on the show the other day, which was Second Amendment preservation, but it's not called that. But yeah, I like that other name better.
They can, of course, Democrats are now in control, and they can get no traction on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the Constitution of the United States. And the thing that I find particularly interesting about this is Springfield is so powerful. The legislature in Springfield is so powerful, they literally dictate what everybody in the state of Illinois can and can't do.
Oh, yeah.
Just literally dictate it. And as a result, you would think the county would go, you know what, we're just drawing a line. We're just going to say no, we're not going to put up with it. But they don't do that. We're going to be back with more On Target Radio, and we got some other goodies to go over here with you when we return. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
I'm taking suggestions for what to give up for Lent.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
You are doing what?
I'm giving up French fries.
French fries. How often do you eat fries?
A lot.
Like how many times a week?
4 or 5 times
you
a
eat
week.
French fries 4 or 5 times a week, and you're rail thin. Chip in St. Charles.
What I think Dan should give up for Lent is smarm.
Smarm.
Oh.
That's a bridge too far, Chip.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag?
There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
This is Dr. Howard, founder and formulator of Balance of Nature. We're changing America one life at a time.
I had carpal tunnel. It went to my left hand and made it sort of like number or stiff. But I've noticed my left hand seems to be getting better. I know that this stuff did it because what I was taking before, it never changed it. I'm starting to notice near the baby finger and the other thing, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is crazy. What the heck? Oh, and I figured it must be from them daggone fruits and vegetables because that's the only thing that's changed in my life.
From now until April 21st, receive a 20% discount and free shipping on any first order of Balance of Nature. Again, this special radio offer will only be available through April 21st. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com.
To take advantage of this special discount, use discount code CHICAGO.
It's clear that taxes will likely be higher in the future. So how do you help protect yourself from rising taxes? Join Jack Taboda from the Financial Planning with Jack Taboda Show right here from News Radio AM 560, The Answer, for their Tax Freedom Summit webinar. During this live webinar, you are going to learn how required minimum distributions could potentially push you into a higher tax bracket, causing up to 85% of your Social Security benefits to be taxed. Also, how to help protect your Medicare premiums from a stealth tax that most never see coming. How families are taking Social Security benefits early for potentially more money in retirement. Join the Financial Planning with Jack Taboda Show for their live webinar Wednesday, April 24th. There's no cost and space is limited. Register now. Go to www.saveyourbenefitselgin.com. That's saveyourbenefitselgin.com. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. Jack Taboda may not give tax or legal advice. You should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions. Taboda & Associates is not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agency.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
So I'm having this discussion, I guess we'd call it. It's been civil, but it's on Facebook. I'm, one of those things on Facebook where you can have discussions. And what this guy is saying, I'm not going to say his name, and he's not being difficult. He's just wrong. I mean, he's saying if you're a gun person and you're not actively out there trying to peacefully resolve the issue with anti-Second Amendment people, then you obviously want to have a war. You want the country to break down in civil war. And I'm trying to be rational. I don't want to call them names and stuff. And I go, no, look, I said, that's not the case. Most people who feel like they are willing, the way the discussion started is because, a lot of people have said, you know what, come and try that. They're not saying we're going to go out. They're saying just come and try that and see how that works for you. House. Yeah. And so I said, I don't think you understand. I was trying to be very rational about this. I said, I don't think you understand. What we're saying is we don't want to start a fight with anybody. We don't want trouble. We don't want to do that. But don't think that you're just going to walk through my front door. That's not going to happen. We're going to defend ourselves, and we're going to defend what we believe in this country. Well, that means I stick by my original story. That means that you're not willing to actually go out and try and solve it. I said, wait. People's lives get in the way of what they would like to do. They may like to go out and try and schmooze people and make things work, but they got to pay the mortgage. They got to put food on the table. They got the kids' soccer games, stuff. Well, yeah, I find time to do stuff. I go, you're not grasping this, okay?
Well, I don't know exactly what it is he thinks we're supposed to go out and do. I mean, we've attended anti-gun protests. We've counter-protested in a park in Frankfurt. And, you know, we've gotten elected to government. We've, you know, gone to other meetings with government officials.
Sure.
And you
we
know,
do it all the time.
Make our beliefs known. I mean, we frequently go out and represent our position peacefully. And so I don't know exactly what this person, you know, we write letters and emails and
he can't. Here's the thing.
Things like that.
For this guy, it's black and white.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do A, then that means B. Mm-hmm. And what I've been trying to explain to him is a lot of times people just want to be left alone. Mm-hmm. And I cited an example to him about the time I was flying over Alaska, and you look down and here's this cabin. And there isn't even a road for 100 miles. There's no way into this cabin, right? Unless you snowshoe it in the winter or canoe it in the summer. And I said, this is a guy that does not want to be bothered, okay? For whatever reason he's out there, he does not want to interact. He's on his own. But you knock on his front door and give him grief, you're gonna get a real lesson.
Right.
And this guy just doesn't wrap his brain around it, that not everybody who believes in something is willing to go out and spend their life doing it. People we know do that.
Well, I was going to say, and you know, the more I thought about it, how about iGold? You know, us and 8,000 of our friends just went out and did that.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not exactly sure what he thinks we're not doing.
Well, I don't either, to be honest with you.
You know, is what I'm saying. I think we are doing all of those things that he supposedly thinks we should be doing.
Well, you know, another one is like the mom's demand action thing. So Shannon Watts comes up with it. She's the head of Moms Demand Action. She says, there's this misnomer that the NRA leadership likes to push that to be a gun control champion, you have to oppose the Second Amendment. She said, that's just not true. Moms Demand Action is saying it's not true that they oppose the Second Amendment. How many times have you heard them say we should get rid of all guns and all that rhetoric that they spew forth? Yeah. When you put a spotlight on them, the story sort of fluctuates with, I guess, who they think is going to be listening to it or whatever. I'm not sure. But the interesting thing is pro-gun people have their opinion, and they stick to it. No matter what you say, pro-gun people are going to say, no, I believe this. Mm-hmm. There's no waffling. And with these people, there's so much waffling, it's enough to make you want to puke. I swear. It just drives me crazy.
Yeah, but this whole, I don't know, it seemed like it started with David Hogg to me, that, you know, the whole... I'm not anti-Second Amendment, but you know that it really hit like a strident high note. I think when that guy started making their rounds.
Yeah, and isn't it interesting for those people who have blocked him out? He basically walked over the bodies of his classmates.
Oh, yeah.
If in fact he was even a student at that school, there are people who've questioned that.
We're not even sure he was there that day.
Yeah, his father's an FBI agent, it turns out, and he just. Among the ashes rose like Phoenix, literally the same day, polished and ready to speak to a camera.
And he just happened to be an aspiring actor.
Exactly. If that wasn't a put-up job, I don't know what was. And I'm not saying the school was shot up was a put-up job, but if him personally really smells like a plant. And somebody is subsidizing that kid because he's traveling all over the country.
All those kids.
Yeah. So, it's nonsense. Pure, I was going to say a bad word.
You probably could have.
We got, how much time we got? We got Gary on the phone. Gary, how you doing this evening?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Doing real good. Something, you got a thought about the Democrats and gangbangers.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the Democrats always wanting to take away the guns from law-abiding citizens and people that do it. But what I never hear them talking about is how they're going to get the guns away from the gang members and the ones that are killing with the black-on-black crimes. That just never gets talked about. And that's the biggest part of the people that are illegally using guns. They're the ones that are in the gangs. They never talk about how they're going to get it out of their hands, ever.
Well, I mean, first of all, gun control isn't about guns; it's about control, and that's getting to be kind of a hackneyed sentence, but it's true. This really isn't about saving the children or any of that nonsense. It's about taking guns away. But the other thing is they're not going to go into those areas and go, "Give me your gun." That ain't going to happen. The Democrat, I shouldn't say Democrats, because liberals, the true socialist type liberals, they don't ever do anything themselves. They always point to somebody else.
Well, not only that, but they have never had a plan of how they were going to get guns away from criminals. I mean, that's never been addressed. And every time we bring it up now, you're just throwing up a smokescreen. That's a straw man argument. Well, no, it's not. That's the real problem.
It is. Paul McKinley, who's been on the show a couple of times. Paul McKinley is a very interesting guy. He was a hardcore gangbanger, served hard time for armed robbery, and came out a Republican, which is maybe the only time in a penitentiary's life that somebody came out a Republican. But if you remember, he said, if you want to solve the problem of gang violence in those neighborhoods, he said, I don't think anybody has a political will to do this. But he said, first of all, there's a whole bunch of people you got to lock up forever, period. Never let them out again. Secondly, you got to stop paying mamas for having kids. Third, you got to put fathers back in the home. Fourth, you got to give them training that they can use. And fifth, you got to put occupation. You got to put that training to use somewhere near where they live. And he said, if you do that, it'll take you a couple generations to solve the problem.
Well, I think the positive thing is that we are seeing inner city black women being the number one statistic in people who are getting concealed carry licenses, which is great. But the other side of that is that our judicial system sucks at what they're doing. I mean, I can't tell you how many times you see these court cases go with, a felon in possession of a firearm committing an armed robbery or an aggravated assault, and they're back out on the street. If they were put away, remember Project Exile, that actually kind of worked. It was a federal offense. They were put away for years, and it started to help. But
it had a bad side effect. What they did is they arrested all the leaders of all the gangs, all the really bad guys. But the problem was, once they were gone, there was a vacuum for power. Now, once very strong, large gangs are broken down into block by block by block. They're shooting each other just from one block to the next now. There's like no control in there at all. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people who are conservative will say, well, they ought to just stay in school and then get a job. But it's not that simple.
No.
It's really not that simple.
They don't know how to do that.
They
That's
don't.
the
That's
problem.
exactly
They've never been exposed to that. They've always been raised as you get the money every month and you go do this and you sell drugs or do whatever you do during the day, and that's how you live.
And there's been no father in the home to say, sit down, shut up, do this homework, or I'll kill you, And that, I mean, it's a very complicated thing. And I don't think there's an answer. It was the only time I ever defended Superintendent McCarty. He got thrown under the bus for that deal about why don't you solve the problem. Anyway, we're about to take a break. Yeah. We'll be back with more on Target Radio, more really cool things to tell you about. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
The best conversations happen with a cigar in one hand and a fine drink in the other. Join Dennis Prager live in Chicago for Cigar Night on Thursday, May 16th at the Bolingbrook Golf Club. Dennis will be joined by AM 560's Dan Proft for an evening of cigar smoking and good conversation. Tickets start at $29 and include a cigar. Get your tickets at 560theanswer.com/cigar. Sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority, Permaseal, The Range at 355, and healthinsurancementors.com.
Fox News, I'm Mike Piazza. The number dead, 8. The result of weekend tornadoes across the South, one storm reaching up to 140 miles per hour.
We are not aware of anyone that is displaced without shelter at this time. There are no shelters open, have not been needed. Most everyone has been displaced with family and friends.
Greg Michelle, the executive director of the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency. Another hat in the ring for the Democratic presidential nomination.
I pledge to that community what I pledge to you. I will be the first campaign to make ending gun violence the top priority in my campaign.
California Congressman Eric Swalwell kicking off his bid for the Democratic presidential nomination. Tiger Woods, he's wearing his 5th Masters jacket this day, marking his first major win since 2008. This is Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasion. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ladies and gentlemen, this may be the last time you ever have to worry about hair loss. Because Bosley is the real deal. They're giving women and men their hair back permanently. Their real hair. All it takes to get started is a single text message. You'll get an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card when you text TRUST to 85850. Bosley will show you, for free, how great your hair could look. You'll also see, for free, why you're losing hair and how to get it back. Women and men all over the country trust Bosley because they're America's #1 hair restoration expert, ahead of the curve with the latest technology. And the best part? Bosley has permanent solutions to hair loss. You'll love what they'll do for your hair. So drop what you're doing long enough to send a text. Get your free information kit and gift card for $250 off by texting TRUST to 85850. Don't forget, that's TRUST to 85850.
Hi, it's Amy Jacobson. Have you heard about Online Trading Academy? They're the leader in trading and investment education. They have courses throughout Chicagoland, including East Peoria, Valparaiso, and Lombard. I know because I took one of their classes. I learned so much about the markets and trading and shorting the markets. Don't let someone else make money off your investments. Take control of your financial future. Call Online Trading Academy now at 844-778-7132. That's 844-778-7132. Again, I was so impressed with Online Trading Academy, and I signed up for my own free class, and you can too. You know, market volatility is real, folks. And imagine if you knew when to get out of the market before it falls so you could protect your life savings. Sign up for your free class now at 844-778-7132 or online at otaclass.com. That's otaclass.com.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
Okay, so the guys are going to make me practice saying Arabic names. So this is the story. Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, she's the one that wears the hijab all the time. She was speaking at a private fundraiser for the Council on American Islamic Relations. That's CARE, for those of you in the know. And at this private fundraiser, she is quoted as saying, CARE was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something And then all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties, yada, yada, yada. That's the operative part that we're interested in. Well, that made some people angry, like conservative people, that sort of denigrating what happened on 9/11, sort of minimizing it, if you will, whitewashing it, if you like. And, you know, some people were pretty upset about that. And President Trump was one of them. And he posted what she said with video, I believe, of the attack on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. And then that made the other Democrats rush to Ilhan Omar's defense. But it's funny because it sounds like Nancy Pelosi is actually saying that Omar was wrong, which of course she was wrong. Nancy Pelosi says the memory of 9/11 is sacred ground, and any discussion of it must be done with reverence. But then she turns it on Trump, and she says the president shouldn't use the painful images of 9/11 for a political attack. Oh, because that's not what Omar did.
Right. No, not at all.
Yeah. What I find interesting about this whole thing is, however she pronounces her name, Tlaib, whatever the heck it is.
Rashida Tlaib.
Tlaib, okay. She says something that I think actually really is true. She said that the party only puts a pair of Muslim lawmakers in photos to tout its diversity. And, you know, it says when they ran a president, Hillary, before that, when they were all lined up, all of them was an angry old white socialist guy and an angry old white socialist woman. Mm-hmm. That was their diversity.
Right.
That was it. And you looked at the Republican slate, and you had, what, 2 Hispanics? You had a woman. I mean, you had this. That was a diverse.
Yes.
They don't recognize it as being diverse.
No.
You know, it's crazy. That quote from her really is true. They do that. They tout, look, we have 2 Muslims. And then they push them into the back room, and they don't hear from them again.
Right. So Rashida Tlaib says, they put us in photos when they want to show our party is diverse. However, when we ask to be at the table or speak up about issues that impact who we are, what we fight for, and why we ran in the first place, we are ignored. To truly honor our diversity is to never silence us. So I think it's funny that she's the only one that's actually speaking the truth. But yeah, I mean, it's so funny, the whole brouhaha, and like nobody's actually willing to say, yeah, she was wrong for saying that. They're such hypocrites.
Well, and the interesting thing is, if they were in our party, we wouldn't want them to talk either, because they keep talking about flying the Muslim flag over the White House. That just give us a little more time. We'll just populate the country and we'll take it over. Let me think. Do I want that in my party plank? No. I think even the liberal Democrats, they want socialism. They don't want a caliphate.
Well, right, exactly. I mean, even though, and we've talked about this many times, that, with one hand they want to embrace the Muslims, and with the other hand they want to embrace the gay caucus, and it's like you can't really.
That's going to work good.
You can't really have both, and yeah, I mean, Pelosi is marginalizer in chief as far as these Muslim women is concerned. I mean, she's the one that's with AOC too. I mean, they want to be on this committee or that committee because that's what they're about, and she's like, yeah, no.
I think I get a certain amount of satisfaction from the fact that Pelosi is being like drawn and quartered. There are people pulling from every direction. You got these 2 Muslim women who are way over the top. You got AOC, who's way over a different top. I mean, even for liberalism, they've got some pretty strange people in that party. We don't really have that problem. We've got some hardcore right wingers. I will admit to that, but we don't have those kind of problems.
No, I mean, and I think that just in general, I think we're less hypocrites. I mean, I don't want to paint us like totally virtuous, but I mean, I just think in general we're more consistent with our belief system. The other one, this is, getting people who are worried about immigrants upset. It doesn't even sound like it's the immigrants themselves. It's people who are worried about the immigrants. In Laguna Beach, California, they decided to put patriotic lettering on the side of their police cars.
Oh, yeah.
They only have 11 police cars. It's not a huge department. And now some people are upset that the design is too aggressive.
It looks like an American flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
And of course,
patriotic.
We can't have that. Yes, we
Yeah.
can't have
It might upset the immigrants. It's funny because an attorney said she thinks the police cars are exceptional.
It's that magic moment again. We're going to take another break. And we'll be back with more on Target Radio after these messages. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer. Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours right into your basement. This is Gus from Chicagoland Waterproofing. My mission is to identify why your home is taking on water and fix it. I want you to sleep at night during a rainstorm and not worry about your basement filling up with water, like our client from Mount Prospect.
We decided to refinish our basement and wanted to put in new flooring, but we've always had a seepage problem. I heard Chicagoland Waterproofing on the radio and had to call. Gus came to our home and identified the problem immediately, explained a solution which involved 60 feet of interior trenching along the foundation. His guys were on time, professional, and cleaned up when they were done. Our refinished basement is 100% dry. Dry as a bone. Great experience. In Gus, we trust.
From simple sump pumps to complex storm drainage and crack foundation solutions, Chicagoland Waterproofing's work comes with a lifetime warranty. Plus, a fully licensed plumber is always on staff. Request your estimate today at ChicagolandWaterproofingPros.com or call 847-296-3500. Business owners, you know that the easiest way to sell your product is to get customers into your store, in front of the product. Sometimes easier said than done, right?
Yes.
So you bring the store to the customer, digitally, through your website. But are you taking full advantage of all the internet can do to achieve the best results?
I don't know.
Salem Surround can help get results and take your business well beyond its 4 walls. We take the mysteries of digital marketing off your shoulders and deliver customers so you can run your business. Your message will be on computers, tablets, and mobile phones everywhere. Get in touch with Salem Surround for a free analysis of your digital marketing effectiveness and some great ideas that could dramatically increase your sales. There really are no limitations on where you can reach customers. Get it done with Salem Surround. Total market penetration for increased return on investment. Learn more. Log on to surroundchicago.com. Surroundchicago.com. Connecting you with new customers.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with more on Target Radio. So the designer said, folks thought it was a SWAT team. They thought it was federal agents. It had a very striking, strong impact, and there might be some unintended consequences, but I don't know. Surprising for a designer to back away from his own design.
It was American flag.
Well, yeah, and what's wrong with the flag? I mean, we talked a little bit about this in the previous segment. I mean, you don't go to another country and fly only your flag, right? But everybody here that comes here, you know, they want to fly the Mexican flag. They want to fly you know, any other flag of any other country above the American flag. Well, if you want to come here, this is America, and that's our flag, and that's the one you put on top.
They don't want to live in their country.
Well, yeah,
they just want to fly the flag here.
Well, and I get that, you know, you want to have your heritage, you want to have your flag, and that's cool. I get that. I appreciate it. But, you know, you have to understand that our flag is first.
Yeah.
This is our country.
Absolutely.
Actually, you're right. both of my parents were from Italy. And so on holidays, Christmas and stuff, they did the way Italians did it. When they walked out the door, they were Americans. It was just that simple. I once asked my father. My father was Sicilian. My mother was from northern Italy. I said, not that I particularly cared. I don't know why I asked, but I said, you don't ever speak Italian. And he goes, came here to be Americans. It was that simple. And so, we would, Friday night before Christmas, you had fish, and we did all the stuff Italians did. But when you walked out the door, they were Americans. It was just that simple, flat out.
That's funny because I don't want to claim my own hair. I want to just claim other people's. Like you can get a Mini Cooper with like a flag on top of it, from the dealer, and I want like the British flag on top. I don't want the German flag or the Irish flag.
They have bad teeth and fuzzy hair. I don't know. It's,
but they make good cars.
They do. Yeah, on impact anyway. No. Elizabeth Warren is again, stoking up the fire. Talking about the two Muslim women and the president. Said the president is inciting violence against a sitting congresswoman and an entire group of Americans based on their religion. It's disgusting. It's shameful. And any elected leader who refuses to condemn it shares responsibility for it. I don't know if you could hear the drums in the background and all that stuff. But here's the thing about Pocahontas. That's the most disingenuous piece of crap I've ever heard, because it is the Democrats that are saying you ought to drag Republicans out of stores where you see them and tell them they're not wanted here anymore. They're the ones that have all of these groups that are inciting violence. Republicans are busy. They're at work.
Yeah.
We don't do that stuff.
It was actually a personal friend of mine. She posted a political cartoon on Facebook that said, Trump supporters not welcome or something like that. It was after the whole gay baker thing, or the baker who wouldn't bake the gay wedding cake. And I I said I want people to do that. If somebody is offended that I'm a Republican or a Trump supporter or whatever, I want to know that they don't want to serve me, because then I'm not going to give them my money, and I'm going to tell all my friends, don't go there, don't give them your money. And she's like, are you sure when the time comes I'm going to remind you that you said this? I go, you know what? I'm going to double down. I'm like, yes, I do. Because capitalism, I believe in capitalism. Yeah. It works, and we'll shut them down.
I can't get you to go into Panera's to save my life.
For multiple reasons, but yeah, one of them is they're anti-gun.
Yeah. But my take on that is, first of all, I like their food. There's no signage. Whatever the management says, they can say anything they want. There's no signage. You can carry a gun in there.
Right. Well, that's part of the problem is I think they're trying to have their cake and eat it too.
They're eating their cake too.
Yeah, they're trying to. They've got the liberals over here like in a Joe Biden hug, and they're going, no, it's Panera Bread is good because we don't think guns are good. We think guns are bad, and we don't want people to bring guns in our stores. And then they've got David Lombardo over here in a Joe Biden hug, and and they're saying you keep eating here, David, because we're not going to put up a no gun sign.
But do you remember the one time I got you into Panera's, which was a couple months ago?
Uh-huh.
We were talking to somebody behind the counter and somebody in front of the counter all of a sudden we're talking about guns. Remember that?
No.
I can't remember where we were.
You were with somebody else.
No.
We didn't talk to anybody when we were in there.
Yes, we did.
No, we did.
That young woman said we got talking about what we do for a living.
You're right, because we were wearing our uniforms. We were wearing our Safer USA shirts.
And she got all she got really into it.
Yeah, and the one cashier said she had shotguns and it was really cool, and the other one was like, she was kind of intrigued, but she was scared of them. And we were like, no, it's no problem. We get people over their fear all the time. And
so
that's true.
I thought there was a lot of irony.
But then they forgot my salad dressing, and the salad wasn't that good anyway. So
yeah,
you triggered,
they forgot it.
I don't know that.
I am triggered. Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, I won't go there anymore. The last time I was there, it was just too weird. There's too much of that whole
Panera's?
oh yeah, be yourself, do whatever you want. I mean, the person that brought our food, he would ask if you needed anything else, and then if you said no, then he would literally bow, bend halfway over. I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh, he used to work at Sam's Club.
He would
that guy? Do you remember
bow.
that guy?
I'm like,
I do.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
You know the people who check your receipt when you leave Sam's Club?
Yes.
There was a young person in Romeoville who used to do that. He would check your receipt and then he would bow.
Oh Lord!
And
yes,
he would
it might have been
say,
the same person.
It was like Old English. He would say, "Welcome," or
no,
"You're here."
No, he would just say, have a nice day or whatever.
I thought he was saying something.
No, he was a very pleasant young man. I thought he was rather charming, but David thought it was creepy.
Last time I was at
it was a little weird. To be honest, it was a little bit weird, but that's all right.
You thought the Panera people were more effusive than the Chick-fil-A people?
No, I like Chick-fil-A, and they're very, very helpful in the time.
The Chick-fil-A people are so
I love
effusive.
Chick-fil-A.
They're
They are.
so
Indeed.
wonderful.
We're going to take another break. When we come back, you got action items, yes?
I do.
So we're going to cover that and a little bit more. Not a whole lot more, but a little bit more. And that's when we return with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer. Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
This is Dr. Howard, founder and formulator of Balance of Nature. We're changing America, one life at a time.
He is right now in treatment for aggressive brain cancer. So far in his 6 weeks treatment with chemo and radiation, we're on week 5, and his numbers, his labs, are astounding every doctor standing there. We just came back today from the 5th week lab report, and they just don't even know how his labs are looking this good. So I know it's a combination of things. However, one of the key components is Balance of Nature.
From now until April 21st, receive a 20% discount and free shipping on any first order of Balance of Nature. Again, this special radio offer will only be available through April 21st. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com.
To take advantage of this special discount, use discount code CHICAGO.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
Join On Target Radio and 82,000 other freedom-loving patriots at the NRA annual meeting, April 26 to 28 at the Indiana Convention Center in Indianapolis. NRA members get free admission. The following Safer USA classes are at our facility in Waterman. Sunday, May 5th, long-range rifle, taught by Ed Janka. Saturday and Sunday, May 18th and 19th, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and Gretchen and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry as well as Florida and Arizona. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
The criminal defense expert witness, I'm not exactly sure how this has blossomed.
If you're a criminal and you have no money,
call Lombardo.
He will be your expert witness.
It started with a guy. It started with a guy in Will County who called me himself because he was doing pro se, and now I'm on my third one. I just got a third one. None of these people have any money, and what it actually is doing though is it's testing. You know how I've always said everybody deserves to have the truth told?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm being tested.
Yes.
I think God is saying, you've been saying this for a long time. Let's find out if this is really true. I just got another one
some of
Saturday.
them, some of them, like the guy in Effingham, I thought you should take
They're
that case.
snowballing that guy.
Yeah.
And he's not a nice guy. I've not met him, but his own lawyer says he's a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
He should be in jail. but not for this, because he didn't do this.
Right.
And I've said it for a long time, and I find myself now actually saying, yeah, I really didn't. It's easy to say stuff, you know, but if you never have to do it.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, in the past 3 months?
When the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, like I said, I think especially the guy in Effingham, you know, I think he needs some help, and I think that it's the right thing to do. And, you know, like I said, we could go visit Milliken. We could go have dinner at Curly's, and
we could have dinner in the jail.
I wonder if Curly's still has karaoke on the weekends.
I have no idea.
That's
you might find out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I used to do in college. We used to go to Curly's
karaoke
and do karaoke.
It's interesting. This poor guy, the judge had a run-in with him years before and won't recuse himself. The state's attorney hates him. The cops hate him. They burned the house down, so there's no evidence.
Destroyed all the
The
evidence.
city burned the house down, destroying all the evidence. I mean, they're doing everything to put this guy in jail. And he himself says, look, I'm not a good guy, but I didn't do this. You know, I mean, it's just, and his attorney says the same thing. It's crazy. It's a stacked deck. They wouldn't let him change the venue, nothing. So it's very, very bizarre. I don't know. So we're gonna. It makes you kind of feel good in a way. It's probably not people I would want to hang around with, but
still,
truth is
like
truth.
Yeah,
take him
like
to karaoke with you.
Like I said, sometimes you just see it's the right thing to do.
Anyway, we don't actually have an out, do we?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Oh, we do. We actually do have an out.
What'd you do with it? I gave it to you.
Well, yeah, it's written up. It says Truman will be speaking here next week. And I don't know.
Just read under where it has your name.
We'd like to thank you for listening to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board. Learn how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you'd imagine. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And on behalf of Gretchen, Eric, and I, be sure to listen next week when you'll get more red meat issues that affect your life. Well, that worked.
When you hire a new employee, do you really know who you're hiring? What if you could do thorough research on potential employees and avoid future HR conflicts and trouble? It may sound like a daunting task, but with ETS Intelligence LLC, it's easy to get all the info on a potential hire. ETS is one of the leading private detective and security agencies in the U.S. Their client roster includes major law firms, insurance companies, high net worth individuals, and more. Our world can be a dangerous place to live and do business in. ETS Intelligence makes you safe by specializing in complex and high-tech investigations, background checks, computer forensics, surveillance, forensic accounting, and more. Let ETS Intelligence be the vetting intelligence agency for your company or business. They also provide personal security services. ETS Intelligence LLC, owned and operated by experienced active-duty law enforcement. Call toll-free 800-230-7429. 800-230-7429.
What's happening? What does it mean? Why is it important? We've got the answer. AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago.